It got to the point I found myself at Pembroke Hospital, ready to give up on life. And my mom cries out, "How can you want to die?" First started feeling the effects of my illness when I was 13. I struggled with my identity, trying to fit in. By the time I got to college, I was pretty well, I was balanced, and I got married. And then in March 27, 2002, my son Joshua was hit by a car, and it broke my heart.
I think it's hard for someone to acknowledge, in a sense, their history that's been so painful. But for her, now it's sort of like in the background. She's looking forward, she's moving forward. She wants to teach other people with her Dance in the Rain program. How do you take all the things that life gives you, good and bad, and still find a way to remain hopeful, spirited, and give back to people?
Joshua, like I said, he broke my heart. And I was in a very difficult, abusive, emotionally abusive, and verbally abusive marriage. We spent about 6 months in the hospital with Joshua. By the time we brought him home, life had forever changed for my family. Joshua was now a quadriplegic, a lot of physical and cognitive issues. The family really tried to come together and make sense of our lives, but that just didn't happen. And I started to get sick again. My illness crept in, the disillusionment in my marriage. And I started cutting and looking for escape. I had no more to give. I was disconnected from my kids. I had no identity, no passion, no nothing. A psychiatrist that I knew from the past intervened, and I was sent to the crisis unit. And there I met a doctor who had conversation with me. He talked to me as a person rather than a patient. Somehow we got onto the subject of my spirituality. And he found that small little viable piece of me that was still alive, that still had hope. So I left the hospital, kind of changed and willing to build. I figured, okay, I've got hope, faith, I can build on that. So I started blogging about my faith. I started painting icons again. I was working with Studio 35, attending sessions. I started painting at home, and then I was invited to help my peers down in Fairwinds. And Fellowship gave me a venue to show my art, and that in itself, was a big step for me. Just to let other people see my art and have the confidence. My creativity was growing. I was getting passion. Once again, I started to feel. I had emotion.
Mary is a wonderful motivational speaker because of what she's experienced in her life. I think she's always been gifted to express that. She's somebody who has a strong message, and she has an excellent, articulate way of delivering it.
Art for me is my passion. Makes me move, makes me think. Art is my soul. I can express myself through the art. Art speaks to me. It just drives me forward.
If somebody in Mary's situation with all those years and all those trials and tribulations can rise to where she's at, then, most of us can get over that hurdle too.
It has been my project, my mission, to become mom again. I want to become mom. I want to show my kids that I made it, I survived, and I'm going to build a life. I don't know what's going to happen in my life, but I know it's going to be good.